better mute up.
Shabbat Shalom. Yeah. So, are you happy when I call you up to just go up to the to?
I don't know whether I need to wear a tallis if I'm coming up.
No.
I don't for Friday evening.
No.
But I bought it anyway just in case.
It's really up to you. I mean, you can or you don't have
no,
to.
I'm happy.
No, so don't. So I'll just be doing the English. You do the. I mean, no, I'll be doing that, and you do the.
Page 84, is that 84,
85, yeah.
So I just do the bits in my tallis.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
But you'll give me a nod.
I'll call you and yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
She's got her voice.
Oh, I know. Sorry to hear.
So she's taken the wrong side.
You've taken the bell sign.
Oh, the time being.
Yeah, I'm good. Just tell me when and I'll start. Shabbat Shalom, good evening. Welcome to all of you in our sanctuary tonight, and welcome to all of you who are watching us on Zoom or on Facebook or on YouTube. To start our Kabbalat Shabbat, I would like to invite Myrna to light the candles for us. Amen. We are reading from service number 4 on page 84. אור חדש על ציון תאיר, ונזכה כולנו מהרה לאורו. May a new light shine upon Zion, and may we be worthy to see its splendor. On this day, may we see the world in a new light. On this day, let us be freed from desire for gain, from ambition for material things. On this day, let us look beyond time and space towards eternity and know the blessing of peace. I would like to invite Stephen, who has a birthday quite soon, to come up and share the next reading with me on page 85. How lovely are your dwelling places, God of the hosts of heaven. My soul longs and yearns for your courts.
My heart and flesh sing for joy to you, the living God.
As the sparrow finds a home, and the swallow has a nest where she may lay her young,
so do I seek out your altars, my sovereign and my God.
happy are those who dwell in your house,
Who are ever singing your praise,
happy are those who find their strength in you,
whose hearts are full of your praise.
passing through the driest valley, they find it a place of springs.
Blessed with pools by the early rains.
They go from strength to strength.
They appear before God in Zion.
God of the hosts of heaven, hear my prayer.
Give ear, O God of Jacob.
One day in your courts is better than 1,000 elsewhere.
I would rather stand at the threshold of your house than recline in tents of wickedness.
Eternal God, you are a sun and a shield.
Your gifts are grace and glory.
You withhold no good thing from those who walk uprightly.
Eternal ruler of the hosts of heaven, happy are those who trust in you.
Thank you. And as we come to the next song in our Siddur, Draw Yekra, I wanted to say a few words about it because we don't sing it very often at FPS. Draw Yekra is a Sephardi piyut, a song from the 10th century. I think it was written in about 950 by a poet, musician, theologian who was born in Morocco and lived for a good part of his life in Baghdad before moving to Spain, in Cordoba. And the text, if you look at the text, you'll see it's a plea, a beautiful poetic plea to God to bring peace to Israel. The Draw Yekra has been written on a lot by lots of rabbis through the centuries, including Rashi, and also contemporary analysts in Hebrew literature still write a lot about it today. And it is thought that because of its structure, a sort of carefully measured meter, it was a real turning point in medieval Hebrew literature. One thing that I really like about it is that if you look at the three, so normally it's a longer poem, it's 6 stanzas, but if you look at the 3 that are printed here in our Siddur, it's an acronym. So if you look at the first letters of each stanza, Dalet, Vav, Nun, Shin, it spells Donash, which is the name of the poet. So I quite like this. It's sung very often, still now. Lots of people in Reform or Liberal synagogues sing it to all sorts of tunes, including Scarborough Fair by Simon and Garfunkel, or Sloop John B by, who was that? The Beach Boys, I think. And more recently, trans artist, Israeli artist Dana International sung it in Jerusalem in 1998, I think the year after she won the contest. She sang Draw Yekra in Jerusalem, even though she had received all sorts of threats from the ultra-Orthodox. So, Draw Yekra. Draw Yekra, לבנים בת, וימצאכם כמו בבת, נעים שמכם ולא יושבת, שבוב נוחו ביום שבת. בראש נביא ועולמי ועוד ישר עשה עמי, נטע סורק בתוך כרמי, ששבת בני עמי. La 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 la. והחכמה לנפשך והיא רתה לחושך, נצור מצווה קדושך, שמור שבת קדשך. And we turn to page 92 for the Baruch Hu. And you may stand if you wish to and if you're able. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam vaed. You may sit. We praise you, Eternal One, O God, Sovereign of the universe, whose word brings on the evening, whose wisdom opens heaven's gates, whose understanding changes times and seasons, and whose will sets the stars in their courses in the sky. You make day and night, rolling light away from darkness, and darkness from light. You make day pass and bring on the night, and separate day from night. You rule the hosts of heaven. We praise you, O God, whose word makes evening fall. Unending love have you shown your people, the house of Israel. Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts have you taught us. When we lie down and when we rise up, we will reflect on the meaning of your laws and rejoice in the words of your Torah and in your mitzvot forever. On them we will meditate day and night, for they are our life and the length of our days. May your love never depart from us. We praise you, O God. You love your people, Israel. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך, בכל לבביך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה, אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך. ושננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשחתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך, ובשעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. All this we hold to be true and sure. You alone, Eternal One, are our God, and we are Israel, your people. You have freed us from oppressors and delivered us from tyrants. You led us out of Egypt forever to serve you in freedom. When we witnessed your power, we praised your name and gave thanks. Willingly we accepted your rule. Then full of joy we sang together. Mi chamocha ba'alim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh, nora tehilot osef eleh. Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. And it has been said, the Eternal One has delivered Jacob and redeemed us from the hands of one stronger than ourselves. We praise you, O God, Redeemer of Israel. Grant, Eternal God, that we may lie down in peace, and let us rise up to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your wise counsel, and for your name's sake, be our help. Shield us from sickness and war, from famine and distress, and keep us from wrongdoing. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you are our guardian and deliverer, a gracious and merciful God. Guard our going out and our coming in, that now and always we may have life and peace. We praise you, O God. May your sheltering peace descend on us and all who dwell on earth. Now I invite you to stand for the Amidah. Adonai sefer tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth shall declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מזריח השמש ומוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישוע. ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים. קדוש אתה ונורא שמך, ואין לנו אלוה מבלעדיך. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. We thank you, O God, for this Sabbath day, which calls us to a closer communion with you. Though you are near to us at all times, you reveal your presence most clearly when we direct our thoughts towards you in worship and meditation. In you, O God, all humanity is exalted. You are our life. From you come its greatness, its power, its beauty. Establish in us, we humbly pray, a devotion to you that shall be firm in all the circumstances of life. May this service renew in our hearts the sense of your presence and bring us peace. And we continue on page 100. O God and God of our ancestors, may our rest on this day be pleasing in your sight. Sanctify us by your commandments and make us loyal to your teaching. Satisfy us with your goodness, gladden us with your salvation, and purify our hearts to serve you in truth. In your gracious love, Eternal One, let the holiness of your Sabbath enter our hearts, and may all Israel who hallow your name be exalted by its peace. We praise you, O God, for the holiness of the Sabbath. Eternal God, be gracious to your people Israel, and in your love accept their prayers. May our worship now and always be acceptable in your sight. We praise you, O God, whom alone we worship in reverence. We give thanks that you, Eternal One, are our God, as you were the God of our ancestors. You are the rock of our life, the power that shields us in every age. We thank and praise you for our lives, which are in your hand, for our souls, which are in your keeping, for the signs of your presence we encounter every day, and for your wondrous gifts at all times, morning, noon, and night. We praise you, O God, source of goodness, to whom all thanks are due. Supreme source of peace, grant true and lasting peace to your people Israel. For it is good in your sight that your people Israel and all peoples may be blessed at all times with your gifts of peace. We praise you, O God, the source of peace. And I invite you to take a moment in silent prayer. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל בני אדם. And we turn to page 520 for Dialenu. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, אשר שם חלקנו לייחד את שמו, וגורלנו להמליך מלכותו. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו יפה זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשב אותה אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת ארץ. Trusting in you, eternal God, we hope soon to behold the glory of your might, when false gods will vanish from our hearts and idolatry cease forever. Help us to perfect the world by bringing it under your unchallenged rule, when all will invoke your name, relinquish evil, and turn to you alone. May all who dwell on earth come to know that to you every knee must bend and every tongue swear loyalty. Before you, let them humble themselves, and to your glorious name let them give honor. Let all submit to your sovereign rule. May that time come soon and last forever. For ultimate sovereignty is yours, and to all eternity you will reign in glory, as it is written, the Eternal One shall reign forever. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. It is hard to feel serene when our world is not complete, when those who once brought wholeness to our life have gone. Yet, in the emptiness their passing leaves behind, we are not alone, for we have the companionship of the living. And even our loved ones who have died live on in our hearts, for what they were is part of what we have become. And this Shabbat, we think more particularly of Simone Baines, the mother of Alan Baines, of Ralph Cass, the father of Caroline Cass, of Harry Cooper, the father of Simon Cooper, of Diana Gold, the mother of Stuart Gold, of Louis Hellner, the father of Frank Hellner, of Edina Lazarus, the daughter of Myrna Lazarus, and of Stephen Urbach, the brother of Leslie Urbach. We honor them best when we live as they would wish, responsibly and happily, even in the shadow of our loss, and so draw closer to the source of life, in whom every life finds meaning, purpose, and hope. We read together. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי. ביכון וביום מכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא. ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה ברכו. לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה. ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה. וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. ועושה שלום במרומיו. הוא יעשה שלום. עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל בני אדם ואמרו אמן. Do we have announcements? Anyone on Zoom having announcements? No? Come back tomorrow for a morning service.
Can I make an announcement? Can I make an announcement?
Yeah.
Oh, great, because I've been trying to put it on. We're just delighted to be able to announce that our son-in-law, Gordon Helfman, will be taking up the post of rabbi at Spurs, and the whole family will be returning to the UK after 8 years in Canada. So we're very excited.
And is shiur in the morning at 8:30?
Shiur in the morning at 8:30
With Peter Brennan, some beautiful poetry.
with Peter Brennan on some beautiful poetry.
Thank you.
And Paul, have you got any suggestions on how to finish the service? Adon Olam, perhaps?
Why not?
Why not? I will end with a shortish version of Adon Olam, which is the Craig Taubman version of just the last verse of Adon Olam. Beyado afkid ruchi, beit ishan ve'aira, ve'im ruchi geviati, Adonai li ve'lo ira, la la la. And I would like to offer a final benediction, a blessing for tonight. On page 529. Adonai yishmar tzetecha uvoecha me'ata ve'ad olam. May the Eternal One guard your going out and your coming in, now and always. And before we finish completely, we'll do Kiddush, if I can reach the cup. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, motzi lechem min haaretz. Shabbat Shalom.
L'chaim.